guys, kings and queens, dukes and duchesses, ladies and lords, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I left anyone out because I love this being an inclusive sport. I want everyone to feel represented. It's your girl here, Abby Muturi, on yet another episode of the 20th Trench. Back at it with the constructive and informative content because, I got you. It's all about growth here, personal growth, becoming better versions of ourselves. And yeah, that's what I'm all about. I'm all about that. So today I am going to be bringing a very informative topic, or something I've been thinking about, and something I'm in the process of, and I am going to be discussing about habits that I am unlearning. Our own experiences. Let's share. I'd love really to hear from you guys in the comment section. Please share about habits that you're unlearning, habits that you're learning. And on number one, and I think it's something that I picked up from high school, not really high school, from school, like my whole school life. It's a habit that I have picked up and has become very hard, really hard to break, is procrastination. And people who knew me in primary school, let me tell you, I was one of the most disorganized kids you could meet. By the way, there's a time, I think when I was in class 2, I had just 2 books. I was deep in the shanties, deep in the ghettos, alright? I had like 2 books. One was a squared book, and the second one was the squared and lined, one-lined. Yeah, so one was a squared book, and the other one was one-lined. And the one-lined one was for everything. And remember, I used to have 6 subjects, English, Kiswahili, Science, Social Studies, and Theory. So the one-lined one, and let me tell you, to make matters even worse, to go deeper into the trenches, is that I think it was a 32 page. It was a small book. It wasn't 200. I think it was one of the small books, 80 pages. And I used to write everything there. Guys, I was really deep in the trenches. So I used to procrastinate a lot. My school life, and also in high school, they used to to some point they used to overwhelm us with the assignments. And when you have like a holiday, 2-month holiday, they would give us a lot of work, and I would put it off. And on the night of back to school is when I remember, I have like a whole Simuturi book to do the unanswered. There's the test questions, and I have not done a single thing. And I don't know what miracle I was expecting to happen, that on that night is when I'm going to finish anything. I don't remember a day in my life when I finished assignments, like holiday assignments. Don't be like me, guys. There's not a time in my life that I finished a holiday. And there are times I used to tell my friends, I'm pretty sure even if they gave us 2 years, like a 2-year holiday, I will never be done with this. I used to be very... it's a really bad habit that I'm trying to break. And also in campus, I just put things off until the deadline is looming, and now I'm starting to get panic attacks. I can't sleep at night. I'm having nightmares because I put off the work that I'm supposed to do. And I saw something on Wahura Kaputha's blog. She was talking about procrastination and a thing about accountability. That if the work you have, you feel at the moment is overwhelming, because we're human beings, we get overwhelmed at times. Just do a small part. A little goes a long way. If it's a 20-page report, because I saw how some of my friends were frantic at the end of the semester because they had like a project, and they're usually like, it's a big report, so you put it off. You decide, when you go to those group discussions, new story 2, you're just discussing their fear men, fear women. And when the deadline is looming, you've not done anything. So she was saying, if it's like a 20-page report, do a page a day. A page. Do you know how long a page is? Do you know how many words a page is? It's approximately 200 words. 200 words, Nikki Dogo. You can do a page a day. And you'll be done way before time. If it's like you had a month or 2 months, a page a day. in 20 days you'll be done. So yeah, just do a little goes a long way. If it's exercise, just do a little bit of it, kidogo kidogo. If it's just go for 5 minutes, run for like a kilometer, 500 meters, sawa, 100 meters, and you'll have done a little, and it will be better than nothing. A little is better than nothing. And also on the point of procrastination, when you learn to put off things that you had said you will do, you are not being accountable to yourself. You're not self-reliable. So why would you expect that from other people? Why do you expect that from your relationships or from your friendships? Because in the first place, you have not done it yourself. So why are you expecting that from us? Learn to be self-reliable. When you say you're going to do something tomorrow, do it. You say you're going to wake up at 6 tomorrow and run, amka ukakimbie. You said it yourself. So why are you not doing it? Be accountable, be self-reliable, and you will also attract the same energy. If you decide to be accountable to yourself, if you decide to be someone who's self-reliable, someone who does what they say, who keeps their word to themselves, you'll pull the same energy, you'll attract the same energy, you'll get accountable people, and you'll also be very comfortable demanding the same from other people. You said you're going to do this and you're not doing it, and also you'll not even tolerate people who are not reliable, not tolerate people who are not accountable, right? So learn from yourself, start with yourself, and do a little a day. It's really, it's a hard habit to break, especially since it's something I have, it's a habit I've had for the longest time, but we are getting there. We'll get there, and tutakuwa sawa. So something I'm really trying to break, trying just to do. If I can't, let me just do it a little. If I don't have the strength to do the whole thing, kidogo, haba na haba, just a kibaba. So just do a little, run kidogo, go for a walk kidogo, drink a glass of water, read a page. Read a page. Honestly, if you can't read the whole book or half the book or 10 pages, read a page. Yeah, it will help. It goes a long way. And you become disciplined. You become very disciplined. You are training your brain to become a disciplined person, and you will not just be following your impulses, doing what you feel like. That's something else. And I learned this from Brianna West's The Mountain Is You, is self-sabotage. And we have this habit. I think it's something that we do so much. Sometimes when we're even doing it, we do not realize. Like, you could have something going so well for you, but because you're not used to it, and it stems from probably a psychological issue or trauma. Maybe it's from trauma, and you formed this habit as a way to defend. It's a self-defense mechanism. So you destroy something good. Let's say you find a good man. Woman, let's say woman, hey man. Let's say you find a good woman, and in your previous relationships, it has just been toxic, and this one is just a cool girl. She's calm, she loves you, she does, ako ni dempoa, she's a good girl, she's a good person genuinely, and she loves you genuinely. Hey, but you've been used to like toxicity. You're used to people who come, throw things around, they cause drama, used to the drama. So you decide, it's too quiet here, let me do something, let me destroy this. And at that point, you destroy something that could have been really good, that could have ended up to be something really good. It stems from things that we tell ourselves. Sometimes you think, I don't deserve this kind of love, I don't deserve to be in this space. Sometimes you can even do that in your workplace or even at school. You decide it's actually maybe it could be a very good opportunity. You're in a very good workplace, but you decide, I'm going to do bare minimum. B for bare minimum. I'm not even going to put any effort at all. Nitakuwa naingia Friday, TikTok too. You destroy whatever, and it could be a very good space. It could be you're in a very good space, but you think to yourself you're undeserving. And by the way, I'm telling you, we do this unintentionally. So you have to be very self-aware. I'm always checking myself. I tell myself, why am I thinking like this? Why am I trying to destroy this friendship? Why am I feeling like? Why am I feeling like this relationship is too safe, or this particular thing is too safe? I why am I thriving in the chaos? Check yourself. Check yourself. If you're destroying a good relationship, check yourself why you're thinking like that, and it will help you a lot not to lose opportunities that you are actually worthy and deserving of. So self-sabotage, I'm really trying to break that a lot. I check myself all the time. Why am I thinking like this? Why am I thinking I don't deserve this? It could be, just check yourself and really and truly heal. You need to heal so that you can know when you're destroying yourself. Because it happens slowly and slowly, and before you know it, you're beyond grace. Ume haribu everything. So it takes a lot of it comes from a place of self-awareness. You have to be aware of yourself and the things that you're going through and the things that you need to heal from. Yeah, so self-sabotage. Also, there's something I learned, and I remember there's a while back, my sister told me that sometimes when people do things to her, or sometimes when people act a certain way, she tells herself, if people knew better, they would do better. And I read something in one of the philosophical razors. Hanlon's razor says that do not attribute to malice what can be attributed to ignorance. Sometimes people do things out of ignorance, and sometimes people say things because they have low emotional intelligence or social intelligence, or just generally intelligence. They do not know. If people knew better, they would do better. So not everyone is actually out to get you. Lose that mentality that people are out to get you, people are out to destroy you, because some of you have imaginary haters. I see people like nobody even thinks about them, and they're talking about haters. You've never even a day in your life, a minute in your life, thought about that person, and they think you hate them. So losing that, just learning that not everyone is out to get you, and learn paranoia. You're just paranoid. You're thinking maybe that attendant at the supermarket looked at you funny. She's just tired, or maybe she has a bad eye. You it will cost your peace if you're always thinking that watu wanataka kumaliza kisiasa. It will cost your peace. So unlearn that not everyone is out to get you. And also the fact that some people just do things because they don't know how to do better. They talk a certain way because they don't know. Maybe when they say this, it rubs you off the wrong way. So you can confront them and tell them, but then when you said something about my forehead, or when you said something about my body shape, I didn't find it funny. And maybe they didn't know that it rubs you off the wrong way. And if they continue doing it, then you can tell this is actually truly out of malice. So yeah, don't some people are just, they don't know better. So confront. When you can, confront them, or sometimes just leave them. You don't need to engage every argument, or just confront every other person that you see. And that is something. Also, lose that spotlight effect. You think that people are always thinking about you, until they talk about you in the please, have you seen the fuel prices? There's so many other things that people would rather think about than you, and that's a good thing, because you don't have to be anxious. Be at peace. Tafadhali, you can do whatever you want. You can be yourself, because people really do not care about you. They do not. Maybe like a small percentage. There could be like a 0.0437999 that probably hates you or cares about you or are out to get you, but not everyone. Majority, I can tell you for free, are thinking about other things. People are having their own people are having their own problems. They're really not caring about you. So just be yourself, be at peace, lose that paranoia and break that, and you'll be well on your way to doing things that really make you happy. And you don't have to care about what other people are saying about you if you're not inconveniencing them, right? Also, letting the external affect the internal. And it takes a lot of mental strength. And I remember a while back, there's a friend of mine who told me I should learn to live in a bubble. And I do not mean delusional. I mean like you create a wall around yourself, around your inner person, that no person will destroy without your access. No one can access that unless you've allowed them, right? So, and I remember there are times I used to wake up in the morning and I'm just by the day hata sijatoka kwa bed, I'm already tired because maybe the first thing you did when you woke up, you went to social media, ukaingia Twitter, and on that day someone had decided I am just going to say something that I know in truth is just controversial, is just purely nonsense, doesn't make sense at all, because hey, leo lazima ni trend, leo bedhe leo nataka likes kama 5,000, and they decide to say something, could be something like really really stupid, something that does not make sense at all, and you wake up and you read that, hey, and you're just here, you're just engaging a stranger. And you know, sometimes there are people who see that, and then there'll be other people up or down there also making other more outlandish comments that you just think to yourself, guy, who even thinks like this? But sasa, I have learned I've learned not to just take, it's not that deep, but there are people who know, there are people who just post things and they know this one is controversial, this one will rub people off the wrong way, and you're just there engaging strangers, telling them, oh, educate yourself. They are educated, they know whatever they're saying does not make sense. But that day they decided, I have a smartphone, I have this 1 GB I've just been awarded, I'm going to say something that does not make sense because Leonard lazima ni trend. Don't engage everyone. Create a bubble, create a wall around yourself, and don't let people affect your peace by day. I don't let people, especially on social media, because people there, you can wake up one day and you just, nini tena, just, I have learned, I'm really learning not to let things affect my peace, let things affect how I am, letting strangers or just people access my inner peace, just channeling that inner peace. And also, if there are conversations that are not serving my beliefs, that are not serving my values or whatever I believe in, I'll not be there, I'll not engage them. Sometimes I just, honestly, there are conversations that I will purposely leave on read because at 7 a.m. texting me such a thing, it's really not serving my peace. And then maybe later when I have the energy, I'll just tell them, by the way, hatujuani hivyo, or like, I don't like the way you're talking to me like this. So just do not engage. Don't engage everything. Have control. Not every argument you see on Twitter you decide, hey, let me sit down and tell these people a few things. They need to learn a few things. But there some people, though, they think they need like years and a whole new curriculum to change them. So don't engage everything. You will not see my face in things that do not serve me. You're serving me whatever I've not ordered. So I'll not be there. I'll not be in that space. And it takes a lot of mental strength. It takes a lot to really be in that space and protecting. Create a wall. And only you can let people, create a firewall. And only you can let people who you want, let energies, let conversations that serve you get in. Live in a bubble. Live in your own small world. Engage only the things that really matter to you, to yourself, to maybe to the people you care about. Other things, wachana nazo. It will save you a lot. Utakuwa peaceful. Maisha yako nyororo. Zip, like a zip, nyororo. So just create a wall. That's something. And lastly, but not really the last thing, but for the purposes of this episode, another thing that I am really trying to break is downplaying myself. And there's a thin line. I realize there's a thin line between being modest and downplaying yourself, because sometimes you can be really good at something, but the way you're acting, you're not even confident. If it's an employer, they'll see, Bella is a very smart person, but they do not know what they bring. They do not know that their worth is. So they're just going to pay you whatever they want to pay you. Don't downplay yourself. If you're really good at something, know your worth and add tax. Add housing levy. Know your worth. If you're really good at something, don't downplay yourself. If you can do something, really, really good. Don't downplay yourself. Be modest, but don't downplay. There's a very thin line, just as there's a thin line between self-confidence and being vain. So don't downplay yourself. I'm really unlearning that, because there are things I know in truth that there are opportunities that have really passed me, because I thought to myself, pan, I'm not that good. I'm not that good. Try everything. But even if they're asking for 9 years experience, you never know. You never know. You never know. Don't downplay yourself. Just be modest. Know what you bring. Know what you're capable of. Know that I can do this very well, and let other people pay for that. Whatever you love. If you can really speak well, if you can really take good photos, if you can really sing well, that's a skill. That's something. Don't downplay yourself, by the way. And you'll have a lot of confidence in your own skin, in whatever that you can do. And that's all I had for you for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, and tell your friends to subscribe, and tell the friends of the friends to subscribe, like that. And like and share and comment. I'd love really to hear from you about habits that you're unlearning, and whatever you've learned from this episode, and also maybe topics that you'd like me to cover as we continue. That's all I had for you for this episode. It's been Abby Muturi. Bye.